Knock knock. Is this thing even on? Oh my gosh, y'all. I know I've been gone. I know I've been gone. Like, as y'all can tell from the title, some of y'all might be surprised. Some of y'all probably not that surprised because a lot of y'all do have me on my other social medias. So y'all already know what's really going on in my life. I don't know why I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not going to say nervous, but I'm just like all over the place, guys. So I'm going to try to keep this video at least like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But if y'all don't know who I am, if this is your first video clicking on, girl or guy, I am so sorry because I'm about to like let y'all in on so much other stuff. But if you do want to go back and kind of watch me a little bit, go ahead and watch me. Don't let this be the only video you watch of mine for the first time, okay? So my name is Tay. Y'all already know I've been a full-time business owner entrepreneur since 2019, and I just gave birth to my first child back in July of 2024. So I am officially 8 months postpartum, and we're gonna just dive right into that first because I just can't really avoid that. Like, I was saying like, oh, when I become a mom after I give birth, like I'm not gonna be doing all the mom stuff. But honestly speaking, once you have a baby, you can no longer not identify as a mom. Like, you can identify as everything else, but you also have to identify as a mom. Like, you just cannot avoid being a mother or talking about being a mom or motherhood because you are a mom. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, that's one thing that I have been, like, I ain't gonna say struggling with, but trying to understand that regardless of if the dad's lifestyle changed or anything like that, as the mom, our lifestyles change without us even wanting it to change. Like, you know, like, we don't have no choice but to have our lifestyle change. Like, I used to just, y'all seen all this. Y'all seen me since 2019, full-time business owner, entrepreneur, content creator. I was going here, I was going there. I was just getting up and go. And when I had the baby, all that stopped, and it was like a culture shock. Like, becoming a mom to me is like a culture shock. Like, it's no way to prepare to be a mom. It's nothing that you can do, nothing that you can say, nothing that you can read to prepare you to be a mom. But still, then, regardless, it's a shock. Like, I know people gonna be in the comments saying, well, you knew this what you was gonna get into. Yeah, I understand. I knew that, you know, a baby is permanent, but I just didn't realize how permanent and how of a culture shock it was gonna be. Like, I can no longer just get up and run to TJ Maxx. I can no longer get up and run to Marshall's because I have the baby. And I know y'all probably be like, well, where's the dad? So we're not together. Like, we have not been together for a while now. Postpartum is real. Put it like this: if you didn't know certain things about your partner before getting pregnant or having a baby, the baby will reveal it all. So it's just like, if y'all wasn't really having conflict before the baby will make y'all have conflict. If you wasn't really having arguments before the baby will make y'all have arguments. And the thing about it is, I won't say arguments is necessary for relationships, but arguments are necessary for relationships because you get to see how that person is when they're mad. You get to see how you feel when you're mad. You get to see if you like the way you feel when you're mad. You get to see if you like the way they're treating you when they're mad, and vice versa. So if I personally feel like, I'm not going to go too deep into like our relationship or whatever, but before I got pregnant, we didn't really have arguments. We didn't really have conflict. It was always yes, yes, yes. Whatever I wanted, it was really my way or the highway. Like, whatever I wanted, I got. Whatever I wanted to do, it was okay. It was just like easy breezy. So we didn't have conflict to like work through. Like, I didn't see him when he's mad, or he didn't see me when I'm mad, or I didn't never feel madness or upsetness or sadness. I know upsetness is not a word, y'all know, but I never felt mad, sad, upset, angry, irritated with him before getting pregnant, because honestly speaking, it was always a yes to me. Like, and I think back on that, like, is that a red flag? Like, shouldn't you, I think a healthy relationship does come with a little bit of conflict, a little bit of drama, because one person or the other person is not being their authentic self. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just like, if this person is just always saying yes to everything, they're putting you first. Like, they're not putting themselves first. They're not speaking up. They're not telling you how they feel, how they truly feel. So in your mind, in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, like, you know, we cool, we straight. Like I'm loving this. Like, whatever I want, I always get. Okay, cool. Like, the baby is like, you know, I wasn't really mad about having the baby because I'm just like, okay, we straight. Like, we don't have arguments. We don't have nothing. We perfect. And that is the downfall. Like, that was the issue right there. We shouldn't have been perfect because we wasn't exposing or showing our other sides to each other. We were just showing the perfect princess side of me, and he was showing the perfect Patrick's side of himself. If we're both just showing our perfect sides, not really speaking on how we really feel about things, is that really being authentic, right? So of course, naturally, when you get pregnant, hormones for the women, we go up and down. My pregnancy was horrible. My pregnancy was terrible in terms of the first 3 or 4 months was horrible for me. I do have videos about that. It was very bad. I was at the lowest of my lowest low. And then 6, 7, and 8 months was pretty okay. But of course, 6, 7, and 8, that's when I grew the most. And then month 8 and 9, I was just out for the count. I was ready to give birth. And so then once the baby came, everything came crashing down. I didn't go through postpartum depression in terms of sadness, but I did have experienced a lot of different postpartums, and I'm still experiencing it now. Like anxiety or anger or whatever I'm experiencing, I'm still experiencing that, right? So it's like all those things coupled with being in a perfect relationship, now things are not so perfect. So now you're like, hold on, you got mad at me? Like, you're mad at me, or we're upset at each other? Like, what is this? Like, we never had an argument before, so why are we arguing now and stuff? And then just like trying to learn how to have your first arguments on top of becoming parents for the first time, on top of everything else that the women experience during postpartum, all for the first time is a lot. Going through your first argument while pregnant is a lot. Going through your first issue while pregnant is a lot. So honestly, y'all, it was just a lot of different things that piled up, and we just decided that it would be better that we're just not together. Me personally, I decided that for my own mental health, my peace, because I was noticing that, not to get too, like I said, too deep into it, but I was just noticing that the relationship aspect of trying to be a girlfriend, this, and this, was causing more stress on me than trying to be a mom, if that makes sense. And I chose to be a mom over having to choose to be a girlfriend. Me personally, I don't think I was able to balance trying to be a girlfriend and be a mom for the first time at the same time. Now, I know a lot of you all might be like, well, he should just let you be a mom and worry about the relationship later. And this, and this. Again, I've worked through a lot of that. I do agree with that statement. Because I know a lot of you are probably thinking it. I thought it as well. But again, guys, we are here now. And so, yeah, so I have been, a solo dolo parent in the house since about maybe like October. Now, I'm not saying that he don't see the baby and stuff like that. He comes over often. He comes over, see her, things like that. Nowhere near nowhere near nothing negative when it comes to his father, his parenting and things like that. I don't have nothing negative to say. It was just more so of, I think I would rather be a co-parent and co-parent with him more so than try to be a relationship and be a girlfriend. Again, like I said, also too, I was like, it's just a lot, y'all. So that's that. So of course that has been taking like a mental toll on me 100%. That's really the main reason why I really have not been as active as I once was, because when I first gave birth and stuff like that, to Nyla and stuff, y'all seen that I was getting them videos out, day in the life, postpartum, nighttime routine with newborn. I was getting all those videos out because he was actually here being the helping hand. But since the helping hand has left, like the in-home helping hand, like I said, I still have my mom. She watched like right now my baby's at my mom's house being babysat while I'm here working and stuff. My mom get her every single day and stuff like that, or I take her to my mom every single day so she can get watched, so I can go live, restart the business and things like that. I'll be on the business tangent second. So as terms of like the in-home 24-hour help has left. So now I have to balance, like I said, trying to be a mom for the first time, trying to start the business back up, trying to keep the house in order, trying to keep Sassy in track. So of course, naturally, I had to let some things go by the wayside. So one of the things that I let go by the wayside was obviously YouTube and obviously my personal social medias, because I was at the point where I couldn't just pick up the camera and film because I'm really here by myself. So I'm trying to brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower, and have the baby in the bathroom with me and things like that. Now that she's 8 months, she's starting to be a little bit more independent. I can put her in her playpen while I go do what I have to do, and vice versa. So before, when we first have like the separation and stuff like that, back in October, November, December, January, it was hard because she was 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Now that she's 8 months, now this month so far of April, today's April 3rd, April and March and April were pretty okay in terms of me balancing everything, because she's very much independent, or she's getting way more independent now. She's crawling way better now, things like that. So she was 7 and 8 months at that point. So things are getting better in terms of me managing my workload, on top of trying to manage my social media, which is why I'm making this video today, because I don't have her with me here today. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and film and finally kind of open up and talk to y'all and kind of just be real and honest with y'all. I know that I used to do like a lot of talking about like, oh, I would never have a kid before I get married, this and this, but y'all, life happens, and I was at the age where I was like, okay, cool, like if it happened, it happens. I wasn't planning, this wasn't planned or anything. I'm like, okay, if it happened, it happened. Like, you know, I have my business, I'm good, I'm straight, like I'm old enough, you know, and things like that. And of course it happened and stuff, and I'm just at the stage now where I went through like the questioning God, like, okay, God, like you knew I didn't even want to have a baby before I got married, and I still didn't get proposed to or engaged or married while I had the baby. Now I'm by myself with this baby. Like, what's really the reason? Like you know, like why you put me through all this, you know? So I have battled that, went through that, but I'm at the stage now where like I'm learning that what's meant to be will be. If they wanted to, they would, and you cannot change the past, and you cannot control the future. So it's just kind of like one of those things where I have to just like let go of control. Maybe one day it'll make sense. And yeah, we just have to go from there. But I definitely have been battling that. Like, I already didn't even want to, you know, start off this way or whatever. And I'm ending up a whole opposite way of what I thought. Like, I thought by now I'll be in my house. I'll be in a house on the hill with a white picket fence, married, posting the sold sign with my cat, my baby, you know, look, like driving my car that I want, like, or the truck that I really want. I thought my life would have been totally different by the time I had a baby, but it's not. So I'm just learning to accept where I'm at. Don't feel any shame, don't feel any guilt. That's why I'm making this video today. I did go through a lot of shame. I did go through a lot of guilt. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all to say that I'm definitely not healed from the situation at all, but I'm trying to learn how to get to a healing state, you know, and stuff like that. And I always question myself, like, could I have did something different, or could we have did something different? But at the same time, I always think like, if we could have did something different, we would have did something different. And God, the universe didn't allow something different to happen. They allow whatever happened to happen so I can get to this point. So that's kind of like my personal life, because I know a lot of you all have been like probably speculating, but yeah, y'all, that is what it is. So now, of course, with that being said, of course, I'm here 100% by myself. So of course, I have to get back to work now. I have to get back to work. So that's kind of what I've been at lately. Like, I've been, even like I said, like my time is 100% divided as is with the baby. But the little extra time that I do have, I've been giving it 1,000% to my business. So I started back doing junk cases, junk phone cases, charmed phone cases, iPad cases, storage cubes, junk glasses, anything that you could think of. That's what I've been doing. Let me share the glasses. So these are the glasses. I meant to put them on the beginning part of the video, but as y'all can see, they have like little charms on this stuff. And like, these are like little storage cubes that I've been making. I put pens and pencils in mine for my desk, and then I do have one for my makeup brushes. I do have a couple customers that have purchased and they use theirs for like cotton pads, like for their face and stuff like that. So that's what I've been deep diving into, y'all. And I started that February 12th. So today is April 3rd. I think it says April 3rd. So it's almost going to be about 2 months since I started the business back up. And it's been doing great. It's been going great. I've been having to, like I said, balance motherhood, and business. It's not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. But also, too, obviously, it would be different if I had the 24 in-home help. Now, like I said, I do have my mom, her dad come over, watch her while I'm on live, things like that. She's with my mom right now. So again, I do have the helping hand. So this not a video to say that I don't have no help, that I'm just a single mama with no help. That's not what the video is at all. I have extremely helpful support system and things like that. But as far as my day-to-day, my 24/7, yes, I am here by myself with her. But yeah, the business has been doing great. I've been getting orders, been getting sales. So if you do want to shop, y'all already know the website link will be in the bio. And yeah, guys, so that's kind of just where I've been at. I just been trying to just mentally get myself back together in terms of like my personal content, my YouTube, and of course y'all already know. In Chicago, we get wintertime in Chicago. It gets cold, so I stopped really going anywhere, anyways, in like February and March and stuff like that. But now it's April, the weather's about to start breaking, about to get back warmer, so of course the vlogs will be back and stuff. So just hang out with me for sure, and ride the wave with me, because like I said, not life been unexpected. Everything has been unexpected for me, so I'm just learning to just ride my wave, so that way yeah, I'm just living in the moment. And of course, like y'all already know, I've been taking y'all with me from start to finish. Like y'all knew about the pregnancy, y'all went through my whole pregnancy with me, y'all been with me from Atlanta, y'all been with me from college. So I'm kind of just documenting and filming my life and just taking y'all with me. Like I'm not a person who wants to act like, oh, my life is so perfect or I got everything together. No, my life is not perfect in my eyes. But someone else might look at my life and think I'm perfect or I got it perfect. But I just want y'all to know that no one on earth is perfect. And even the people or couples or relationships or business, whatever you see that you think that they're perfect, trust and believe me, they're not perfect. And the people who present themselves as being perfect are the main ones hiding the most imperfections. The people who shows off, oh, well, I'm having the best time of my life. In reality, they go home and probably cry every single day. Now, I'm not saying it is people out here who is living exactly what they're posting. It's people out here who is living lavish, who is living luxury, who is not having an issue postpartum, who is, not married to the baby daddy, but they're still together. It's people out here who is really living like that. But it's also people out here who is faking like they're living like that as well. Not even just going back to like the personal aspect, even business wise. See, people that you see, oh, they're getting so many orders or they're getting so many sales, but whole time it's probably their 6th, 7th business, or they have issues in their other aspects. So just don't compare your life to nobody else. That's kind of where I was at with it too. I'm just like, because I always used to wonder, like, I always used to like see people and be like, oh, well, I hope I'm never like that. Or I would never. And honestly speaking, we have to always kind of just remain humble. Now, granted, I used to think those thoughts in my own personal head. Like I never spoke about things or posted about things, but we have to learn that God hears our inner thoughts as well. So it's just like, we have to just learn that never say never. That's one thing I've learned. Never say never, and never think that you're better than anybody else. I've never thought I was better than anybody else at all, but I definitely have said I would never be in certain situations. And God has kind of put me in a lot of different situations these past 12 months, these past 15 months, and even this past 1 month. March was like by far the worst month personally for me ever in my life. But it was also the greatest month. Well, I only been back in business since February 12th. And March was really good in business for me. So again, like I said, I feel like I'm always living a double life. Like I feel like I'm always living my best and worst times at the same time all the time. So if anybody else have ever had that experience, let me know in the comments down below. Because I feel like that's always me. Like I feel like it's either one side is going good, one side is going bad, or like it's always one or the other for me. But I really can't complain. I really not, like I said, I can't complain about business life at all, because business has been going good. I'm definitely loving motherhood in terms of being a mom. I'm loving it. I'm just having, of course, to work through the whole, I can't get up and go anymore, but that's fine because I can get up, get myself together, get baby together, and I can go out with my best friend now. So I have a built-in bestie for the rest of my life. And if I want to go out to eat, I no longer have to worry about sitting out to eat by myself anymore, because my baby will be right there with me, or even going to J. Maxx and Marshalls. I now have my built-in shopping buddy. So I'm loving everything when it comes to motherhood for sure. Again, like I said, the outside aspects is not how I pictured it, but that is okay, because I won't be the first and I'm not going to be the last person to have experienced a breakup or go through a breakup while you have a baby. Again, things might come back around. You just never know, which is why I'm always an advocate of you don't bash the person that you have a kid with, because then it's like you do all this bashing and then now y'all back together. You know what I'm trying to say? So again, like I said, it's nothing negative I have to say about the situation or about him or whatever. It's just what it is at this current moment. Yeah, y'all, my camera is about to die, so that's just kind of like a little life update for y'all. For real, for like I said, like honestly, a lot of people already have been picking up what I've been putting down anyways, because they do have me on like TikTok and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna come on here. I just want to come on YouTube and just kind of talk to y'all too. So make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And if this is your first video ever watching me, please go back and see some other videos. Please watch some other videos too. Also, if you do want to shop on the website, the link will be in the bio, and the first time customer discount code is pretty. I will have that in the not the bio, y'all. The link will be in the description box or the comment section. And discount code is pretty, and it's valid for first time customers only. So I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Work with me. I promise I'll be back on the good foot real soon.